The video for May the 8th, 2017 is entitled The Search for Common Ground. Most of my life could be characterized as a search for common ground, which, as I see it, is what love would do. Of course, that is not what humans have been taught or programmed to do. On the contrary, we are educated to find the differences and argue over who is right. Since we each have a unique makeup and personal experience, we will invariably have different perspectives. That does not make anyone either right or wrong. In fact, it has nothing to do with who is right, only who is loving, kind, considerate, and willing to see from the perspective of whoever the other may be. As I see it, love always respects diversity and honors the other as merely a different aspect of oneself. We are, like it or not, connected by the same web of life. Convinced that is true, it is difficult for me to comprehend why or how we ended up on a planet where we have to struggle to survive. While the rationalization that makes us stronger is often cited, human history demonstrates the opposite. It is obvious to me that nothing is radically, or that something rather, is radically amiss. Can we actually find common ground here and now? I hope so. You know, it's ironic. I was just getting ready to begin recording my video, and all of a sudden I hear somebody calling me, and I thought it was Skype, but Skype is turned on Do Not Disturb. So apparently Facebook allows people to call you on your computer, and I wish I could turn that off. It's very, very annoying. And if you remember back, who was I recording with? Christopher, I think. Christopher Timms. We were recording, and that happened. And I didn't even know how to turn it off. And I declined the call on this one. It popped up on the window, thankfully, and I was able to decline it and stop it immediately. But I wasn't able to do that the last time when I was recording, because I think the recording screen takes preeminence over any other screen on the computer. So nothing came to the forefront for me. In any case, the search for common ground, as I said, has been a lifelong thing for me. From my teenage years at least, I have tried to build bridges. I have considered myself a bridge builder, not a wall builder. Wherever I can, I try to take down the walls. Now, you can't take down the walls with somebody that's fortressed behind those walls and doesn't want to listen to anything other than their own viewpoint. It's not a matter of being unwilling to discuss differences, but to argue differences is a very different thing than discussing differences. When you argue differences, you believe that your way is the only way. And I guess in a sense, I do believe that my way of trying to find common ground is the only loving way. It's not ever a loving way to try to convince somebody that their religion or their philosophy or their viewpoint is incorrect, is wrong. That automatically puts up resistance, and you don't get anywhere coming from that mentality. So it's, as I said in the blurb, it's difficult for me to see why in this web of life, where the prime directive is do unto others as you would have others do unto you, or don't treat somebody else the way you wouldn't want to be treated, or, you know, simply love one another, simply respect one another's boundaries, don't infringe on their personal life of discovery. If you're invited, fine, you can plant seeds, and if they follow the seeds and they want to discuss further, they can do that. But you can't force anybody. I can't force anybody. I don't even want to force anybody to see things the way that I do. But what I would like to do is I would like our Creator, whoever that is, whatever that is, to stop the people that violate the prime directive. They don't do unto others as they would want others to do unto them. They don't do that. They do unto others all the time, and they would never want that in reverse. This is the irony of the whole situation that we face here on this planet. The people that seem to be in charge violate every principle of free will. It is a slavery system that they have established, and they derive consent by fraud and deception or by force. And this is an anachronism. It's a violation, a gross violation, as I see it, of principles of life through which we can actually grow. Now, as I said in the blurb, some people suggest that we grow through such adversity. But I'm sorry, I don't see us growing through diversity. Now, I want to say something else because someone sent me a video of a particular individual who says some good things. I agree with what this person says, but their method of delivery is to yell at you. And you know, we can all think of I forgot his name, the guy from Texas that goes on his rants and he starts yelling, Alex Jones. You know, that's his style, and I find it rubs me the wrong way. And anybody's style who comes across like they're the only ones that are right. And this particular person that I was thinking about said that they think that it's a very, very small minority of people who actually get it. This person, he considers himself one of those who gets it. Well, if you get it, be kind, be gentle. You don't have to be forceful and yelling at people for not getting your thing. I could not possibly yell and start screaming at people. I can talk in a well-modulated voice, as I try to do, and I think I succeed in doing that. But if we're going to find common ground, we have to do it from a place where there is free expression, but there's also the freedom of the other person to back away and say, that's all I can take right now. I've had to do that with people, and I'm sure most of you have as well. The people that keep pushing and pushing and pushing are not creating any type of softness. They're not convincing you of their, or me, of their point of view. On the contrary, they're showing how irrational they are, how lacking in common sense they are. So what I want to encourage with this video is that we all make it a point to try to communicate with others as part of a search for mutuality, mutual respect. At least be willing to listen to the other person's point of view, as long as it can be just a discussion. Discussions are great. I love discussions. I don't love discussions where one person tries to dominate and prove everybody else wrong. That's where I draw the line. Where you draw the line, hopefully the same place, because if we could all draw the line there, we could actually find the common ground and create a world that serves and benefits all of us to a greater or lesser degree. And isn't that what we're looking for, folks? Aren't we tired yet of the people that try to control everybody else? Aren't we tired of that? Isn't it time to say enough? I wish God would understand that it's time to put an end to this debacle called violation of free will. Anyway, thank you folks for listening, and namaste.